Pollution of Air and Water, Class 8, Chapter 18, 4th part. Water pollution. Water is one of the most essential natural resources of sustaining both plants and animals' life. Water is also needed for irrigating plants. We need water for drinking, cooking food, bathing, washing clothes, and for industrial purposes, etc. Like air, clean drinking water is essential for good health of all living things, especially human beings. But a large number of human activities, these are polluting the water, or water is getting polluted due to human activities. Now we will discuss about this. Children, here you are seeing a figure 18.13. Water pollution caused by domestic and industrial water. Now you are seeing here someone is giving bath to the animals. Some persons they are washing their cloth. So or the drains, some drains they are disposing their wastewater into the water source. So in this way the water gets polluted. Now the topic is water pollutant. Water pollution may be defined as the addition of inorganic, organic or other harmful substances which alter the quality of water so that it becomes harmful to man and other organisms, and the substances that contaminate or pollute water. So these all substances are called water pollutant. Or pollution means the addition of harmful substances which change the properties of water. A sudden build up of water pollution. When some industrial accidents take place, then there is a sudden build up of pollution in the environment. This type of environmental pollution, this is a more serious because it does not give sufficient time to the living organism to escape from its effect or minimize its effects. The main source of water pollution, these are as follows. First is domestic waste. Domestic waste means household. Discharge of untreated domestic waste. Sewage into rivers and lakes contains the chemicals present in soap, detergent and other cleaning agent. Decayed food particles. Now, sewage carries many kinds of disease causing germs. It also contains many kinds of worms, such as tapeworms and hook cows and bacteria. So, this is very harmful and pollute the water. Now, industrial waste. The discharge of toxic industrial waste contains toxic chemicals such as cyanide, cadmium, mercury, lead, arsenic, chromium. These are elements and these are highly poisonous. They make river water unfit for human use and harmful for aquatic plants and animals also. The wastewater from hospitals could contain harmful chemicals and different types of disease causing microorganisms. Now, the agricultural waste, fertilizers, pesticides, and other chemicals are used for increasing agricultural productivity all over the world. These are washed away by rainwater into water sources like river. Pesticides they can poison fish as well as the animals including human that eat them. Pesticides these are present in the fish body, and when the animal eats the fish then they also enter the human body to produce more food for growing human population. Some fungicide and insecticide are used to kill fungi and insect etc. For example DDT, but its increased use is dangerous because DDT is non-biodegradable. It cannot be decomposed by microorganism. Along with rainwater, it washes away into the water bodies. Children, now you are seeing figure 18.14. path of DDT from crop field to water bodies and finally reaches man. From the crop field, DDT reaches water body. Here it is used by the water plants. From the water plants, this enters the small fish, and small fish, these are eaten by the big fish, so it enter into the big fish body, and the fishes, when they are eaten by the men, then the DDT enter into the men. Now the concentration of the DDT, this always increases in a progressive way. The highest concentration of DDT, this is found in human body. Deforestation. We are polluting water also by cutting trees and by removing vegetation. The rainwater goes to small drains, then to big drains, to streams, and ultimately to rivers. When topsoil, this is covered with trees and other vegetation, much of the rainwater is retained by the soil, and the extra water which flows into the water bodies does not contain much dirt and filth in it. But when topsoil is not covered with vegetation, the rain washes away the top fertile soil, which pollutes the various water bodies. Now, the sixth point is thermal power plant. Some factories and power generators are located near the lakes and rivers. Larger quantities of heated water is discharged in ponds, lakes, and rivers. The hot water is also a kind of pollution. Many aquatic organisms cannot tolerate the rapid change in the temperature, and therefore they may die. Only the organism which can survive in warm temperature, they may live. Now, inside box, malaria had once disappeared after the discovery of DDT. It has reappeared all over the world. It is because the mosquito resistant to DDT have evolved now. In many countries, use of DDT is banned. The fall in population of pelican birds in North America is due to the use of DDT many decades back. The water of River Ganga, the Worldwide Fund for Nature, found that the Ganga is one of the most endangered rivers in the world. Ganga is the most famous river of India. Millions of people depend on it for their daily needs and livelihood. But at present, the water of River Ganga has been excessively polluted. This pollution of Ganga water was caused by the activities of towns and cities through which the river flows. People living in these cities and towns, which are situated along the course of the river, disposed of large quantities of garbage, untreated sewage, dead bodies, and many other harmful things directly into the river. The river is dead at many places where the pollution level are so high that aquatic life cannot survive. The pollution of river Ganga, this is an example of slow, gradual water pollution which was caused by the discharge of sewage into the river, by the discharge of industrial waste into the river, and by the excessive use of synthetic detergents which were washed down into the river, and by the excessive use of chemical fertilizers in the field which got washed into the river with rainwater. A big project was launched in 1985 to clean the river Ganga and make it pollution free. This is called Ganga Action Plan. It aimed to reduce pollution levels by treating domestic sewage, building electric crematoria, and reducing industrial waste. The most polluted stretch of Ganga is at Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh. Here, the amount of water is comparatively less and the flow of the river is very slow. Another very important river is the Yamuna, which is the only source of water in and around Delhi. Children, you are seeing figure 18.15 of polluted Ganga river. Now inside box the accidental leakage of methyl isocyanate MIC from the Union Carbide factory at Bhopal in 1984. This is an example of sudden buildup of environmental pollution which killed thousands of men and animals. The accidental leakage of 1,18,000 tons of crude petroleum oil from the big oil tanker or the ship called Tory Canyon into the water of English Channel polluted the water of surrounding area in a few hours time. This oil killed thousands of marine fish and other aquatic animals and plant.